All right, so our last set of notes that we're going to do today is going to be exponents. So with exponents, you'll see them a lot more when you get into 8th grade, but with 7th grade, we do talk about squared numbers. We get into that with our geometry, and so I'm going to kind of cover that with this because some of these numbers can go in the same category. So when you have an exponent, it's a little number in the upper corner. This number can change. Most of them we're going to see numbers like with a 2, sometimes with a 3, but kind of a 7 is kind of far out there for us in 7th grade. But again, I'm going to kind of talk to you about what does it mean to have an exponent of 7. So let's look at the first one. So 2 to the power of 3, or you could say 2 cubed, which 3 means cubed in math. So 2 cubed means we're going to have the number 2 written down 3 times. So we have 2, 2, 2. And obviously you can tell that we know the answer is going to be 8. It's already there for us. But how do we get 8? So most people, what they want to do is be like, oh, I have 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 3 is 6. That is wrong. So what we do is we take the first two numbers and multiply. So we know 2 times 2 is 4. And then we multiply that answer times our last 2. So 4 times 2 gives us 8. Okay, so what happens when we have 3 to the power of 2, or 3 squared? So again, these are just opposites of each other. So again, that number tells us that's how many times we write it down. So we're going to write down 3 2 times, and then we multiply. So again, 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so for our next one, we have 1 to the power of 7. So instead of, we're going to write down the number 1 7 times. So 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so again, it's not 1 times 7, because do you see any 7s down here? No, but we do have the number 1. So 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is going to be 1. So let's look at another one. So I'm going to have 2 to the power of 5. So we're going to write down the number 2 5 times. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So again, it's not 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, we're going to multiply the first 2. So 2 times 2 gives us 4. And then 4 times 2 gives us 8. And then 8 times 2 gives us 16. 16 times 2 gives us 32. So our final answer is 32. So again, we didn't do 2 times 5, which is 10. We took each number, the 5 tells us to write it down 5 times. And then we multiply 2 numbers at a time. And then we keep going and going and going until we get our final answer, which was 32.